Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I am going to be showing you how to use the image trace and live paint to basically paint pictures or paint illustrations or paint anything you want to paint right here in Illustrator. Alright, so this is actually my very first tutorial about Adobe Illustrator and I'm very excited to be showing you guys this. But before we get started, I'd like you to smash the like button, drop a comment, subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't miss anything, and of course share this video to a friend that you think might like to learn this about Illustrator. Alright, so without talking too much, let's get right into the video. Alright, so here I have my Illustrator workspace. Alright, so all I did was, in case you're not new to Illustrator, when you open Illustrator you're going to get this page, right? So all you have to do is create a new file and you can just set your parameter. For this I used an A4 paper size, so you just go to print. When you go to print you see A4, so I selected A4 and I changed it to this orientation. Alright, so you have portrait and you have landscape. I chose landscape and I just clicked on create. Alright, so that's how I got here. Now you might be wondering, what is this stuff that's here? So basically, first of all, let me actually import what we're going to be using for this tutorial. So I downloaded a picture of Kevin. He's a minion character. Right, so I downloaded his picture from Pinterest. Alright, so this is it, and this is the character that we are going to be working with for this tutorial. Right, so now after downloading this character I decided, like, since we're going to paint it, like, what are we going to paint him? Right, so I went to ChatGPT and asked, and this is what ChatGPT told me. Said he gave me like colors for the different parts of his body. So for his skin, for his goggles, his eyes, his hair, his overalls, buttons, well, everything basically. So from this I developed this color palettes. Right, so I actually tweaked it a bit. It's not exactly what ChatGPT gave me, but is what I like and is what is going to, I feel is going to work for Kevin. Yeah, his name is Kevin. Sorry, excuse me. If you watch the Minions, like this, oh my god, if you've watched Despicable Me, right, you'll know that his name is Kevin. Alright, so this is the color palettes we're going to be using to color this guy. Now, so let's get started. Okay guys, I actually, when I recorded this video originally, I forgot to say this. I'm going to be giving you this this Illustrator file. I'm going to give you this Illustrator file, and it contains basically the color palette suggestions that ChatGPT gave me and the actual color palette that I used. Alright, so that you won't have to like start looking for the colors in case you want yours to look like mine. Right, so I forgot to say that, and I'm going to impute this clip somewhere else. Right, so you're going to get you're going to get this file. You're also going to get the image, that's the original image, right? So you can do it from scratch. Right, thank you. So now if we have him here, right? We just have him here and we cannot just color him like this. Why? Because it's a raster image, so we have to vectorize it first, because Adobe Illustrator is a software that works with vectors. So before you can do anything, you have to like turn that into a vector. Maybe not anything, but if we're going to paint this guy, we have to vectorize it. So the best way to do that is, actually there are different ways you can do it. You actually use the pen tool and start tracing it, start drawing it manually, one after the other, like every line, and that will take us a lot of time. But luckily there's something on Illustrator called image trace, and like the name implies, it just traces any image and you bring it to it and it vectorizes it instantly. Alright, so I'm going to show you how that works. So you select your image. So our image is selected. My tool, I'm currently on the selection tool, alright, which is V. You can just press V on your keyboard to go to the selection tool. Once you're in the selection tool, just select the image that you've brought in. Once that image is selected, you're going to come to the top and you're going to see image trace. Now, if for some reason the image is not showing there, which I will not know why, you can actually go to Windows. If you go to Windows, you can search, you can look at it here, image trace, right? So click on it and it is going to, this window is going to appear. Now, once you have this image trace here, we have the presets, which is, we have defaults, high fidelity, low fidelity, 3 colors, 6 colors, 16 colors. Now this, from my understanding, it depends on the image you're using. So what type of image do you have? So if you have an image that has a lot of colors, you might want to use these 16 colors, right? But here if you have a silhouette, you might want to use silhouette. If you have a line art or whatever you have, you can just use this to know. But here we have just a black and white illustration, right? So I believe we can use default will work perfectly for this. Alright, so you can just leave the view as tracing results. You can leave the mode as black and white. Okay, also I'm going to be making this particular video available for you guys. Alright, so now after all this is set like this, you can just come to preview. Once you click on preview, it's actually going to trace the image. Alright, so the image has been traced. Alright, so now you come to the top and you click on expand. Once you click on expand, automatically this image has been vectorized, right? And how do you know? If you click on your direct selection tool, your direct selection tool is A. Sorry, so if you press A on your keyboard, you're going to get the direct selection tool. If you click on that, if I come here, you can see now that I can now edit this image anyhow that I like. So because it's now a vector, right? It is not a vector. So now you might be wondering, how do I remove this white background? So just click on it. It's as simple as clicking on it and pressing your backspace. As simple as that, and it's gone. So just click on anything you don't like and it is gone. Alright, so I'm just going to select all of this. How did I select it? I selected my selection tool, which is V. I just drew this, right? So I'm just going to take it here. I'm taking it close to my color palette so I can see what I'm doing. So now I've explained the first part of this video. Let me close this, which is about image trace, right? Which is about image trace. Now the second part is the actual coloring. And to color, we use something called live paint. So if you come to your tool section, you're going to find something called live paint, right? So what you're actually going to see is called the shape builder tool. When you right click on the shape builder tool, you're going to see live paint buckets, right? Live paint buckets. Now select that live paint bucket. The shortcut for the live paint bucket is also key. So if you, in case you don't want to go through all that stress, just press key on your keyboard and automatically you have the live paint buckets, right? So before we select this live paint bucket, select your selection tool and select the image you want to work on, then press K and we have our light paint bucket. So now we're now going to use this color to color this. It's as simple as just pressing. Now once your live paint buckets, once you have it, right, press alt key. The alt key is going to change the live paint bucket into a eyedropper tool. You use the eyedropper tool to left click on the color you want, and then you now come, remove your hand from the alt and you click, and just like that we've colored him, right? Just like that we've colored him. So you can just click all the parts you want to be yellow. So I want his skin to be yellow, and just like that I've colored his skin. So I'm going to press alt again. I'm going to select this gray color for his frame. I'm going to zoom in and I have colored his frame, right? So I'll zoom out, I'll press alt, I'll select the black, I'll zoom in and I'll color his frame black, right? Zoom in so that I can get exactly what I want. So just like that, I'm done with his skin and with his frame. So press Alt, select this blue, and come and color his glasses. Come back, press Alt, select this brown for his iris. I believe this is called iris, I might be wrong. Once that is done, the next thing you want to do is press Alt, select this darker blue for his excuse me, for his coverall. Then select this lighter blue for these pockets, basically for the pockets and for his strap, right? Then I'll come back and select the darker blue again for here, basically. All right, then I'm going to select this red and I'll use it for his hand gloves and for the soles of his shoe. And then I'll select black for his shoes. Okay, let me select this light blue again. I think I missed this pocket. Alright, so press V, and you can see that with that I have painted this guy successfully. So I hope you understood what I did. Simply, while you're press with your selection tool, select the image, press K for the live paint tool, hold Alt and use that eyedropper tool to select any color. Once you have the desired color, you can come and paint him. Alright, so that is how I painted this minion character. So that's how you use your live paints, that's how you use your image trace. So I hope if you watch to this point you learned something new. It's pretty simple, pretty fun. Alright, so you can just basically use these two tools to have fun in Illustrator. Alright, thank you so much for watching to this point. Kindly like this video, smash the like button, subscribe, drop a comment, tell me what video you'd like me to make next, and share this video to a friend. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice one.